What, buddy?
Because it took off.
It took off. Do you see it up in the air?
Mommy, I think it's going to go fast and take off. I think it's going to go fast.
Thank you so much. Have a nice flight.
Thank you.
Have a nice flight. Hey buddy, how you doing? Doing all right? Yeah.
Don't scream. Why you Cover your mouth.
I apologize in advance.
Really fast. What's that? Isn't there an airplane? He's in the sky.
Flight attendants prepare for takeoff.
Okay, pilot. Fast when we take off.
Thank you so much for letting him come up here. He loves airplanes.
You want to get 20 megabits? Oh, okay. I was exactly right when I was in there. So you want to send that?
Hey, Anderson, you want to sit in the seat?
We actually named that.
Yeah. In the seat.
So we fly with that black stick over them. And so to go up, we pull back. To go down, we push forward, left and right. And then the trigger on the front's for machine guns. And the red button's for missiles. We don't use the missiles. We don't use the missiles.
Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back. As you know by now, we have partnered with LS Tractors, and they were kind enough to invite us down to their dealer conference down here in Orlando, Florida. We've been here for 2 days now. Yesterday was pretty much all conferences, just talking about the company and their growth. And today's the day I've been looking forward to, which is the ride and drive portion of the conference, where we get to actually put hands on the newest tractors that LS is bringing to the market.
Oh, I've been
All right, so this is one of LS's newest tractors. This is the MT232, 32 horsepower machine with a cab on it. One thing I noticed right as soon as you get in, they've got a little puddle light here on the door opening. So as you're getting in, you can see your step. You can see if there's any puddle of water that you've parked in as you're getting in and out of the tractor. And as we get inside here, we'll get a chance to see how comfortable this machine's actually going to be. So 4 air conditioning vents up front, 1 on either side, 2 in the back. You've got your speakers, 3-point control lever, loader arm right here, armrests, electric PTO, linked pedal, cruise control, throttle control, light switches. We've got our low, medium, high range gear selector for the hydrostatic transmission. And on this side, we've got a little cover to keep all the dust and dirt off of our switches for our radio, air conditioning, and ventilation. Ought to be a nice tractor to brush hog some fields in the summertime or do some snow removal in the wintertime with this cab. This is one of LS's larger tractors. This is the MT573. If you're wondering about their naming convention, this is the series number. This is the horsepower. So 5 series. So this is a 73 horsepower machine and a 5 series machine. So the other one we looked at was a 232. It was a 2 series tractor, which is obviously 3 sizes smaller than this one, and it was a 32 horse. This is the 73 horse. Obviously this is way bigger than anything I would need, but still fun to look at. Yeah, this is a full-fledged farming tractor up in here. All right, so this is Ben with LS. Ben, tell us what's so special about this MT774.
Oh, it's a special time for LS nowadays. So this is LS's first autonomous tractor. So we've been selling these in South Korea, and now we've just came to the United States to show it off. And what's special about it is that it uses a GPS system and special algorithm that we've developed to be able to drive the tractor without the need for anyone to sit in the tractor.
Yeah, they were showing some footage of this thing running in some fields and nobody sitting in the cab, and it was literally going out and plowing the field. And we were talking about, you know, if you're doing a hobby farm or something like that, or you're doing food plots like larger deer food plots, and you don't have that much time, you know, before you get home and it gets dark out, you can actually set your tractor up to go out, or at least that's the future that LS is working towards, right? Is, you know, being able to have the tractor go out and do the work for you while you're not even home.
That's right. The potential really is limitless. We're going to develop it in a way that can be used in so many various different ways. So yes, our customers love to be out in the tractors and doing work, but there are some certain times when it might not be feasible. You're on vacation, you want to get something done, or you're waking up early in the morning, the weather's terrible, and you want to plow the driveway before you get out, but you don't actually want to get out of bed and do it. Press a button, it'll be clear, and then you can go to work. I mean, it's exciting stuff, and hope you guys like it.
Yeah, something I never would have thought was going to be possible. Here's the compact tractor lineup. This is the MT225. So again, the 2 series tractor, 25 horse with a cab and a backhoe on it, 25 horse, no cab, backhoe on it. And then they run the 225, the 232, all the way up to a 42 horsepower machine in this series tractor. Tell you what, that is a nice size tractor right there. Small enough to get in where you got to go, and big enough to do some real work with it. The other thing that's crazy about this 2 series lineup is the loader lift capacity, 2,500 pounds. LS let us come out here a little bit early to film, but looks like all the dealers are starting to trickle out now, so it's about to get pretty crowded out here. I think they said they've got like 334 dealers across the US. Here's something new that nobody else in the tractor market has done yet, which is completely surprising, is brought a camo tractor to market. You know the number of these things that put in food plots every year across the US, and nobody's thought to make a camo tractor? They actually partnered with Mossy Oak to come up with this camo tractor. They're running a limited edition on it. I think they're only creating 100 units. They're going to see how it goes. If it does well, they'll make more. Now this, I believe, is LS's largest tractor. This is the MT7 101, 100 horsepower tractor here. What I really like about what LS is doing is you can tell they are redesigning and restyling all of their tractors, getting much more aggressive. I mean, it's all just steel, plastic, and headlights, but definitely makes the tractor look a lot more aggressive and is going to turn your neighbor's head. All right, guys, so we just got back from the LS dealer conference, and what a difference a 2-hour plane ride makes. It was 80 degrees down in Florida, and it is 30 degrees back here in Pennsylvania. But we had a great time, and it was really nice to be able to take Anderson. That was his first time ever on an airplane. He absolutely loved it. He loves airplanes. Big shout out to the flight crew from Spirit Airlines. They could tell that we were excited. Anderson was excited because it was his first flight. And they did a lot of things to make it special for him. They gave him a little set of pilot wings that he could pin onto his shirt. They made him a certificate that commemorated his first flight. And then as you guys saw at the end of when we were unboarding the plane, they actually let him have a couple minutes in the cockpit and let him sit in the pilot seat. Really awesome. Thanks again to Spirit Airlines for making that special for him and for us. But as far as the LS dealer conference, it was really cool to be invited to that and get to see the tractor business through a different lens other than just as a customer, to actually get to see from the LS corporate side and then through the lens of the dealer, see the points of friction between LS corporate and the dealers, as well as the points of cohesiveness. But really the whole point of that conference was just to open the lines of communication between the dealers and LS. How can the dealers better support LS? How can LS better support the dealers? And it was really interesting to see how they work together to help sell tractors. The main feedback it looked like the dealers gave to LS at the conference last year was that lead times for parts were too long and unacceptable. And so it's kind of cool to see LS adjust and react to that feedback from the dealers, because this year they purchased a new warehouse in Texas that's supposed to triple their warehouse inventory of parts and cut their lead times down by 2/3. So I thought that's really interesting to see that LS is actively listening, taking that feedback from the dealers and acting on it. Another thing worth noting that I picked up from the conference was that LS is now manufacturing their own loaders and implements. Previously, they were outsourcing that, having a different company manufacture their loaders and implements and just slapping blue paint on them. Now, LS is bringing that in-house, and the more of the machine that one company can make, the better it's going to be, because they're designing it from the ground up. All the parts and pieces are going to fit together better when it's being designed as a whole unit instead of piecemealing it from different companies. Another thing they talked about at the conference was service. And one thing that LS is taking very seriously is certification and training. They're rolling out their Blue Diamond certification, which means that a lot of the technicians at these dealers, they'll fly them in, do training. Once they complete the training, they are now LS certified as the Blue Diamond technician. Which is basically the equivalent of a master mechanic in the LS world. But I think that's really important that LS is taking that training and certification seriously. And that way you guys can know if you ever have to take tractors in to get service work done, it's going to be completed by a qualified technician. So I guess my biggest takeaway from the conference was that LS is focusing in the right areas: parts, service, warranty. If you take care of all of those things, the rest will follow. Sales and all that will come. So it was nice to hear that LS is focusing on the right areas. And that's a good lesson for any entrepreneurs out there right now. Don't necessarily worry about going out and making sales. Make sure that the product that you have is worthy of selling. And I think that's what LS is focusing on right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, give me a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and I hope to see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Frontierland Station, everyone, so sit tight and hold those horses until we come to a complete stop. Please carry your stroller. Untamed beauty. Folks, we're in nature's wonderland. Isn't it something? Just think of the extraordinary things to see.